Only traitors are afraid of the truth. Trump asked me why I am killing Christians in Nigeria. Let me ask some of you, has the Pope ever been this brave to call Asorok and to say, why are you killing Christians? Has the Democratic Party in America been able to call and say, why are you killing Christians? Has the Archbishop of Canterbury been able to call? How about all the mega Pentecostal pastors that come to the zoo, you go for the crusade, have they ever called? It's only Trump who said to the idiots they sent to him, why are you killing Christians? If you cannot love such a man, who are you going to love? Has Obama ever said such a thing before? Why are you killing Christians? No, he will never say it, because he is part and parcel of the problem. And tomorrow idiots will still say, why are you supporting Trump? Why do you support Trump? Your common sense cannot tell you that this man that confronted Jubril, when they sent Jubril to him, that said to Jubril, why are you killing Christians? Because if you present a squirrel to them as your president, they will accept. If you present a madman, a completely mad, if you bring a madman and say this is your president, of course they'll accept it. Any idiot is sent to America, they will accept. Even if the idiot is wearing a mask, they will accept. Jubril went to America and Trump asked him this question. Which American president has ever done that before? Did the British Prime Minister do it? Why didn't they say, Theresa May called me and asked me, or David Cameron, or Boris Johnson? No, it's only in the whole world, only Trump is concerned for the dying Christian niggers you have in the zoo. And that is the man people say is a racist. Those who are not racist, those who claim they love you, you are being slaughtered. They cannot ask after you. It is a man you claim is a racist that is asking after you. Do you see how foolish black people are? They bring out their sentimental mumbo-jumbo crap. Rubbish. Every time you tell them the truth, they can never ever absorb and assimilate that very truth and do something with it. Never in their lives. They prefer lies. That is why I like Trump. He tells you the truth the way he sees it. He doesn't give a damn how you're going to feel. That is inconsequential to him. What matters is the truth. And that truth has been spoken. If not that this idiot opened his mouth to say it, will you understand the amount of work that people are doing in Washington to try to highlight the plight of dying Christians in the zoo? All your pastors are concerned about is who insulted who and how much tithe you're going to pay. Your pastors see you the same way that the Fulani see you. They know you're foolish. Your pastors understand how foolish all of you are. That is why they treat you the way they treat you. And the Fulanis understand how hopeless and crazy we are. That is why they treat us the way they treat us. That is why they can kill you and talk about unity. Because that's not telling you. They're telling you, oh, let's remain united. Oh, one united Nigeria. We intermarry. We know each other. You have your chemist shop in BRGIE. You have another chemist shop in Brandon Kebbi. You are selling spare parts in Kaduna. Can you imagine such rubbish? You are killing me. When I ask you to stop killing me, you're telling me, oh, don't worry. Think of the things that unite us together. They know we are hopeless. We are sentimental fools. We are always very emotional. We are not cold and rational. Always emotion. Always allowing our, should I say, nonsensical mentality. That is why we are poor. Let me tell you something. If you want to seriously change your life for good, sit down and ask yourself the following questions. Why are black people poor? Why is it that no African country can manufacture an aeroplane? I mean manufacture, not assemble. Why is it that no African country can feed itself without foreign aid? Why is it that despite the abundance of technology and knowledge, scientific knowledge, People are still homeless in Africa. People are still poverty-stricken in Africa. Ask yourself these questions. And if they don't, take what we preach, ask yourself a very simple question. Why are we living on top of oil, yet there is no running water? We drink the water that we go to defecate in. Ask yourself that simple question. Why do we have oil pollution in our land when Shell and other people, BRGIE and Halliburton, who are extracting oil from our land, there is no oil spillage in their own country? There is no pollution, no environmental degradation. Any day you answer those questions, believe me, you will change. If you fail to ask yourselves those questions, then you are finished. A black man is the worst creation on this very earth. I say it without apology to any idiot. The most useless thing God ever created is the brain of a black man. They don't reason very well. Trump is fighting for you. You have not fought for yourself before. You have never ever before called Asurok to say, why are you killing Christians? But you can open your useless mega mouth, your useless black mega idiotic mouth to discourage Trump. Because you are foolish and very, very hopeless. And that is why Fulani are messing with you. All of it. And where they leave off, your useless pastors will round it up for you. They protested against fuel hike during Jonathan's regime because Jonathan was a gentleman. Where are those pastors today? If you can do it under Jonathan and not under this present Janjaweed Fulani Caliphate regime of terrorism, that means you're a hypocrite. The Bible calls you a hypocrite. If you're a pastor that protested under Jonathan, you came out on the streets and you cannot do something now, you are a hypocrite. And if you're a hypocrite, you cannot be the servant of God. It's impossible. These are the things you need to know. Where are all the idiots that told you that they can see in the future? That BRGIE is good for you. Where are the idiots now, I ask you? All the idiots with the Bible, where are those fools now, I ask you? Do you see how God disgraced all of them? To say your prophecy is not from me. All that nonsense, all these stupid people, all these idiotic, these children of perdition that we are predicting about how Buhari is going to bring glory days back. Where are those fools now? But you being a black idiot that you are. Tomorrow when they call you, you go to the adoration ground. Tomorrow when they call you, you go to their huge dome. And you give them your tithes, your offering, you plant, you sow, you water the seed. Because you're black. Because you are unreasonable. Because you are foolish. They came out to protest under Jonathan. Yes? Ask your pastor. It's an assignment. On Sunday, all of you, or those of you that go to church, ask them, Pastor, Super Pastor, why was it that under Jonathan you came out to protest, sir? You called him Daddy Gio. Daddy Gio, how come under Jonathan all of you came out to protest? Daddy, why don't you go and protest now? He will not go because he's a hypocrite. He's a child of Lucifer. You people don't want to hear the truth. The problem with black people is that you don't want to hear the truth. You don't like it. But as the scriptures made us to understand, that truth will set you free. Because you're compromised, because you're a traitor. Only traitors are afraid of the truth. Trump asked me why I am killing Christians in Nigeria. Let me ask some of you, has the Pope ever been this brave to call Asurok and to say, why are you killing Christians? Has the Democratic Party in America been able to call and say, why are you killing Christians? Has the Archbishop of Canterbury been able to call How about all the mega Pentecostal pastors that come to the zoo? You go for the crusade. Have they ever called? It's only Trump who said to the idiots they sent to him, why are you killing Christians? If you cannot love such a man, who are you going to love? Has Obama ever said such a thing before? Why are you killing Christians? No, he will never say it, because he is part and parcel of the problem. And tomorrow idiots will still say, why are you supporting Trump? Why did police support Trump? Your common sense cannot tell you that this man that confronted Jubril, when they sent Jubril to him, that said to Jubril, why are you killing Christians? Because if you present a squirrel to them as your president, they will accept. If you present a madman, a completely mad, if you bring a madman and say this is your president, of course they'll accept it. Any idiot sent to America, they will accept. Even if the idiot is wearing a mask, they will accept. Jubril went to America and Trump asked him this question. Which American president has ever done that before? Did the British Prime Minister do it? Why didn't they say, Theresa May called me and asked me, or David Cameron, or Boris Johnson? No, it's only in the whole world, only Trump is concerned for the dying Christian niggers you have in the zoo. And that is the man people say is a racist. Those who are not racist, those who claim they love you, you are being slaughtered. They cannot ask after you. It is a man you claim is a racist that is asking after you. Do you see how foolish black people are? They bring out their sentimental mumbo-jumbo crap. Rubbish. Every time you tell them the truth, they can never ever absorb, assimilate that very truth, and do something with it. Never in their lives. They prefer lies. That is why I like Trump. He tells you the truth the way he sees it. He doesn't give a damn how you're going to feel. That is inconsequential to him. What matters is the truth. And that truth has been spoken. If not that this idiot opened his mouth to say it, will you understand the amount of work that people are doing in Washington to try to highlight the plight of dying Christians in the zoo? All your pastors are concerned about is who insulted who and how much tithe you're going to pay. Your pastors see you the same way that the Fulani see you.
When we are boys, the wounds of us, Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayers shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them, and our heroes living as we continue to fight on until Biafra is fully restored and recognized. He said, he said, he said, Thank you, Biafran people. And this is coming like unexpected appearance to all of you. And we have a special guest.
Hello, hi, hello Biafra, how are you doing?
We are good. Gunter, welcome on board. And nice
We
to have
have
you
to
in the studio.
work for freedom. Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will hand over the mic to the acting prime minister. Let him take the mic from here. Honorable Okechukwu Nkere is the acting prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. So
I'm
over to
very
you.
honored, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Gunter. Thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Minister of Information, you and your entire team. My name is Mazio Okechukwu Nkere, the acting Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. And we have a special guest today, who we Biafrans are really honored to have here today. And we appreciate what he's doing. And we are very overwhelmed, seeing how he cares about freedom for oppressed people, freedom for Biafran Christians, freedom for humanity. So without wasting much of our time, and because of time schedule, let us welcome our guest here, Gunter Fehlinger. Welcome. Thank you. Biafran people are happy to have you in our midst today. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Prime Minister. Thanks a lot, Mr. Minister, for this warm welcome. My name is Gunter Fehlinger, Jan, here from Vienna. I'm the chairman of the Austrian Committee for NATO Enlargement, and I recently learned about the tragedy of Biafra and the suppression of Christians in Biafra. And part of my campaign is, of course, to support you, and that's what I'm doing. I call for the European Union and the United States of America to recognize the Biafra Republic as a free and independent country, to join the United Nations, and to build a good working democracy and market economy, and to join the free world and break away from ex-Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we Biafran people, that is what we'll be waiting for. And we follow your tweet, of which the whole wide world know about what happened from 1967 to 1970, of which millions of Biafrans were massacred, starved to death. And we Biafrans, we are not terrorists. So we are pleading. We want the international community to come to our aid. We are good people. We are not terrorists. And we'll be able to coexist and work with our neighbor and also make this world a better place, of which exit of Biafra from Nigeria is a good thing, because with that, Biafra will be able to protect its neighbor, its territory, and also like from the Middle Belt, they can make Biafra their safe haven, will be of help as well. So, and at the same time, it will really bring peace to the global world, because Biafra will be a safe haven for those in Nigeria that are fleeing from their ancestral home, who will really be part of this global community. Even while with Nigeria, all over the territory called Nigeria, if you go to the north, you go to the south, Biafran people coexist. Any community you see them, they contribute to that community. They build businesses, houses, they just live and let live. They are good people that we appreciate your campaign to let the world come to the aid of Biafra and to recognize Biafra as a sovereign nation, a sovereign state. So I believe it's a welcome development and it's a good thing, because looking at the country called Nigeria today, the Biafrans are Christian. The North, they are Muslim. They have a different ideology, to the extent, extreme ideology, just like what is happening in Europe today. We see all over Europe. The extremists say they want to take over. They want to kill everybody. They want to Islamize everybody. We Biafrans cannot let that happen, and it can never happen, even till now, till that kingdom come. We can't allow them to Islamize us, and only how to, peace to be in that region is to let us go. because if not, we'll fight forever, because we are Christians. We can never be Muslim. We have different ideology. We eat different food. We speak different language from these terrorists. We also have, we love Western education, Western way of life. Why the extremists, they don't believe in Western way of life. We're not compatible. We are just different people. We really appreciate your campaign for freedom of Biafra. And this is one of the reasons why, because of the oppressed, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian terrorists, they held him since 2015. They be going to court back and forth, of which after they grant him bail, they went to his house, want to kill him, assassinate him. Over 28 people were killed in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu home, and he managed to flee from the country. And they went as far 2021 to kidnap him from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. So it's just a corrupt country that we cannot be part of. So every day they go to court. Yesterday they are at the court, and they try to try him while Nigerian terrorist state commit crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they still want to try who they commit crime against. Just like if I come to your house, I steal your property, and I will still take you to court. Is that not funny? So the country is just a dying country that is collapsing, because we believe that Nigeria is never a country. It's just amalgamated it's just amalgamated 1914. And the amalgamation lasts for 100 years. Nigeria expired 2014, mark it 100 years. So it's already expired. So, and when it expired, the people now don't even want to be together, because things are not just working. It can't just work. It's never a country. It's never a nation. It's just a made up, investment or real estate for some countries that want to benefit. But for the people of Biafra, we are not benefiting from it. So we are asking the international community, and with your voice, we really appreciate it. The Biafran people love you. They love what, speaking out for them. And we watched your tweet this morning. The video went viral, which you pointed out that the mistake that was made 1967 to 1970, where the whole world, especially Europe, ignored the Biafran people, maybe because of the war going on in other part of the world. But we believe with your voice and the voice of United States of America and other world leaders, they will be able to come to the aid to save the life of Biafrans. So just trying to bring peace to that country called Nigeria will never just work. It's just a different people. It's like bringing the United States of America, Canada, Venezuela, Mexico, and you say Jamaica, you come and say, from now on, you all are one country. If they are separate country, they are separate country. Thank you very much. Gunter, we really appreciate you. Honorable Minister of Information, I know you have one or two things to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my acting Prime Minister, and thank you, our friend and our brother that have just realized that we need help. Thank you so much. And in your video, you pointed out earlier, it was really touching, and we appreciate.
Thanks a lot. I want to apologize again for President Nixon and the leaders of France and Britain at that time, that we have not helped the Biafran people 50 years ago during the genocide. I call that the European Parliament adopts a resolution to condemn the genocide against Christians, against Biafrans in Nigeria. And again, I repeat my call. It's time for ex-Nigeria. It's time for independence of Biafra Republic, and it will be very welcome in the family of free nations. You will be a very good state. We will support you to build up good institutions, good governance, good market economy, and we know exactly how to do it. And you are very welcome to join the free world. And please, the prosecution of Christians in Nigeria must absolutely stop. And as long as you are part of Nigeria, it will never stop. because always they will suppress you. So independence is the absolutely noble cause. And you have to look at examples like Montenegro, like Kosovo. They broke away from Yugoslavia, a similar failed nation like Nigeria. And it's for you to choose this way towards independence. And I hope that the United States of America and the European Union and also the United Kingdom will support you.
Thank you very much, Gunter. And we also want to use this opportunity to let the European Union and the entire world to know and understand that the freedom of the Biafran people will also be an end to the terrorists that are looking up to invade the European circle. Yes, because the terrorists that we are looking at in Nigeria, they are trying to make the indigenous lands in Nigeria to become their safe haven, from where they will now project the attack to the European system, to the American, and to the entire Western world. So, coming to make sure these terrorists are crushed out, an independent state or nations comes to be within this territory is the best thing that can ever happen. And if we don't do this, they will stay there, wipe out the entire people there, and then use that place as their base to now launch attack on the international community. The American veterans have done investigation and brought this out, that this is the plan, that if they don't look into it, that this is what will come to be in the nearest future. This came up like 5 years ago, and now it is happening before our very eyes. So if we all ignore this, before you know it, it will spread all over. Thank you so much, Gunter. And I don't know if my acting prime minister have something to add before.
Yeah, sure. And just like Honorable Minister of Information pointed out a few years ago, the U.S. Intelligence Department, they pointed out that the terrorists, they try to make Nigeria their safe haven, where they can now gather, and from there they will launch attack all over the world. So it's very concerning. And this Islamic we're talking about, it's not like they want to coexist. If they want to coexist, we Biafrans, we have exercised that for years. If you go to the north of the Nigeria, most of the development businesses, they are owned by the Biafrans. You go to the southwest, the same thing. We are people Republican by nature, and we are so industrious. And if you talk about the economic hub of so-called Nigeria, are the Biafran people. They are hardworking people. We try to coexist. While we planning to coexist, they planning to eliminate us. They planning to kill us. And this ideology starts from their founder, I call Osman Danfodio, in 1806. He making sure that their goal, their plan is to overrun the Biafran land, overrun the entire region, chase us out, take our, our land. If they want to coexist with us, we don't have problem. The problem here is that they want to kill you. If you don't convert to their religion, they will kill you, rape your women, behead people, cut hand, burn house. The violence is extreme. And to the extent that the good news now is that when we Biafrans have been crying out for years, maybe Europe don't really realize the danger. See what is happening in some part of UK now. Some part of London, it looks like you are in Afghanistan. Some part of Belgium, Netherlands, France, they are all struggling to get their country back because their lifestyle, their ideology, this extremist way of life is not compatible. And civilization is Christianity and Judaism. That's what brought us to the modern day civilization. We don't want to go back to 2,000, 5,000 years back. Again, we want to move forward with the free world. We love good things, good education. We want to have a better environment, safer place where we can raise our children, with good security, and when they graduate, they can have a good job. But in the country called Nigeria today, while we Biafrans are trying to make it work, they are destroying it. The Islamists, they don't bring anything to the table. Rather, all they do is cause trouble, confusion. It's happening all over the world. So the whole European Union can bear with Biafran's weakness. How are they enjoying the extremist jihadist terrorists in their street? Go to France, go to Paris, see how the extremists, they beat women, young on the street. They are violence. If you don't agree with them, they kill you. Who want to live? We're not just compatible. We really appreciate you, Gunter. You know, you are God sent. People like you that are speaking up, you know, God and the Biafran people will not forget you. You know, you're doing a good thing, you know, saving life, because too many millions of Biafrans have been killed. As I'm speaking, there is ongoing war in Biafra land. And the BDF, the Biafra Defense Force, are the ones that are fighting harder to make sure that we push the extreme out of our land. And the Nigerian terrorist state, why we refer them as terrorist state, is that over the 22 terrorist group, the Nigerian government fund them. They know where they are. They work with them. Like when I have a meeting with Foreign Affairs Minister of United States of America, Brian Musk, I lay out a foundation. I use a case study of what happened in Afghanistan. You remember when United States of America left Afghanistan, they left with all the equipment after they trained over 200 and something military personnel, over billions of logistics, armor tank, all the equipment. US left it with the Afghanistan army. So not knowing that over 90% of the Afghanistan army military are Taliban. So when the Taliban attack, the military just hand over everything to the Taliban. So automatically, you know, the Taliban are funded by the Afghan military force. So I use that case, you know, that case scenario I presented to the Foreign Affairs Minister, Brian Musk. I said, any weapon that is mistakenly or by unknowingly sell or get to the hand of the Nigerian government, since they fund the terrorists, the whole thing will still end in the hand of Boko Haram. So the Nigerian government invite all these terrorist groups. The playbook, exactly what happened in Afghanistan, is the playbook they are using in Nigeria today. When you hear that these terrorists, they go to any barrack and they overrun the barrack, it's a lie. What they do is that when they go to the barrack, the army will just hand over all the military wear or logistic to the terrorists. And the same Nigerian terrorist country, they integrate these so-called terrorists into their military. So it's just, I want the international community to know that the danger in this is that if they allow these terrorists to succeed, they will attack United States from there. They will attack Europe. And there's a lot of mineral resources in Biafra land. That's what makes it so. They already want to make sure that they capture Biafra land, and we Biafrans, we are resisting. We are fighting every day to push back, push them out of our territory. So we don't, if they succeed, not just only Biafrans they're going to attack, they will attack the whole world. So we are pleading for the international community to come to our aid to support Biafran people 130 years ago. Nothing like Nigeria. My grandfather are not Nigerian. We have our own separate region. Did not let go back how we used to be. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate. And what the Nigerian terrorist state is doing is that they always want to make sure they bring the leaders of Biafrans that are fighting for Biafrans to bring them down or to kidnap them, arrest them, just like our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was kidnapped from Kenya. And we also want you to use your voice to also speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently suffering in Nigerian detention. They can't even give him passage to get a better medical treatment. And we also have Mazi Simon Eber in Finland, that the Nigerian government, they pressure the Finnish authority with EU, probably, you might know better, just to arrest him to see if they can prevent us from getting our freedom. And at the same time, if it is the mineral resources in our land, if that is the problem, we can negotiate. We can do deal. We can do business together, have a fair play, have a 50-50 fair play. If it is the resources, we put it on the table. We want to live. We don't really worry about the resources. If you have to live before you can enjoy the resources. If they kill us, we can't even still enjoy the resources. So if the mineral resources, the gas and oil we have is the problem, America, we are open for business. EU, we are open for business. They come, we negotiate. We just want to be free people so that we can be part of this global world that God created. It's so beautiful. So Biafrans don't want to be wiped out from this surface of the earth. Thank you very much, and hope we will see you again. And just keep doing the good work that you're doing. And especially since you're in Europe, if you can use your voice to also talk about Mazi Simon Ekpa, that was arrested in Finland just because of fighting for Biafran freedom. So it will also,
That's very important, Mr. Prime Minister. That's very important. I call on the European Union not to extradite any political prisoners towards Nigeria, because Nigeria is an unlawful system which is prosecuting Christians, and we may not be involved in such a crime. It is absolutely outrageous if Finland considers to extradite political personalities towards Nigeria, and this absolutely must stop. This is against European human rights, and the situation in Nigeria does not allow to send prosecuted Christians back to Nigeria. Absolutely. I also call on the Nigerian government to release all the political prisoners and set everybody free who is prosecuted only for his religious or political beliefs. It's outrageous that they do that, and they have to set them free immediately. And I call again, we must seriously question the unity of Nigeria. I call it ex-Nigeria. This is the same like ex-Yugoslavia and the ex-Soviet Union. It's a non-functional state, Nigeria, and it will be much better for the people of Nigeria if there are several new states emerging out of ex-Nigeria, and especially the Republic of Biafra will be a very good member of the African Union, will be very good member of the United Nations. They will also, I'm sure, Mr. Prime Minister, you will lead your country in the free world, and you are very welcome. And let's work together for the freedom, prosperity, security of the Biafran people.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gunter. Thank you, Gunter.
Thank you very much. We Biafrans appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and
welcome from Vienna.
Thank you, Gunter. Let us amplify the voice of Senator Ted Cruz, because some people have come out to say, oh, there is no raping, there is no cutting off of heads of babies, women, and children. We are using this opportunity as we have a live conversation with Gunter to know that babies' heads are cut off with knives like onions.
That's really a terrible crime.
Pregnant women are cut into two. Normally, if a pregnant woman is to be sojourned on, it is done in the hospital. But what you see is that these terrorists use machete to butcher a pregnant woman into two. They even butcher the baby inside. Then the men and the women that are of age, they rape them, and at the end, they cut their heads off, cut them to pieces. And when they do this, they use their leaflet of their religious affairs to back it up and say it is stipulated in their book of Quran or Sharia that they must rape and then cut and invade communities and kill men, women, and children. So these are facts. These are not fiction. These are facts that are there with evidences. And this is one of the reasons why the Biafran people have Biafra Defense Forces, like my acting prime minister said, because we cannot stand to watch and see our babies, women, and children butchered in like manners. And this is a repetition of what had happened in 1966 that led to the genocidal war, which started from 67 to 70s. We could not stand to watch our babies, women, and children slaughtered like that. So that was the reason. So if someone say, why did you declare Biafra? We declared Biafra because it was a fight for survival, so that our babies, women, and children could survive. We can't watch. It's just like October 7 invasion of Israel. When you sat down and watch and see that you slept and woke up, you saw your babies, women, and children littered on the floor. So what do we have to do? We have to defend ourselves for survival. So many died of kwashiorkor, but we did not have a lobbyist and a voice to speak in Washington, D.C., and also to reach out to Vietnam to be able to communicate in a diplomatic manner of what is happening in Biafra land. But today, thanks to our lobbying firm, we've been able to engage the lawmakers, and it is from there that the voice amplified that you, Gunter, was able to get the message. So there is power in lobbying, and there is power in diplomatic engagements. So we appreciate you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much for your time.
From Europe, from Vienna, from Austria, I wish you all the best, freedom and independence for the Republic of Biafra.
Thank you, Gunter.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice evening, and may your struggle for freedom be successful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. I leave now. Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Information. I think if we can play Gunter video this morning that went viral as well for those that do not have the opportunity to.
Yeah, let's do that so that those that did not have the opportunity to watch his message can get his message and know what he is doing for the Biafran people. And Biafran people looks forward to be seeing him over and over again. And we encourage all Biafrans to go to Twitter and follow him and support him everywhere. He's also on YouTube. He set up a YouTube channel specifically. He set up that YouTube channel because he wanted to talk about Biafra. So he said, Biafran people, come and join me on this YouTube so that they can create the awareness for the Biafran people. So Biafran people, please, you've got to go to, this is his username on Twitter. This is his username on Twitter. And he's the chairman, Austrian Committee for NATO Enlargement for Austria, Ukraine, Kosovo, Bosnia, EU, and other committees. So go to Twitter, follow him, and then retweet everything he posts about Biafra freedom. And also go and follow or subscribe to the YouTube channel which he put. From that YouTube channel is where he broadcasted that very message which you saw before now. It was from this YouTube channel which he posted that he delivered the message. So that shows commitment, that shows sacrifice, and that shows he really wants to help the Biafran people. Yeah, here it is.
Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Please subscribe to this channel. This is where he left the message. It is time for EU and USA to recognize the Biafran people. So, Biafran people, please go and listen.
Dear Christian in the whole world, and dear American President, dear European Union. This is Gunter Fehlinger, Jan speaking. I'm calling here from Vienna to recognize the Republic of Biafra. Biafra in ex-Nigeria, Nigeria, to my regret, and this is a non-working state, and they have committed genocide in 1967 to 1970 against the Christians of Biafra and the people of Biafra, and now they are all well, since the last 15 years, living in terrible conditions. They are often led for some jihadists to kill them, and there is atrocities about atrocities. And it's much better for the people of Nigeria if Biafra becomes their own state, and they can sort out then inside Nigeria the other issues, or maybe there will be other regions which are better off in this non-working state of Nigeria. So ex-Nigeria must start with Biafra, and the international community, contrary to the 1960s and 70s, must support the independence of Biafra Republic. In the 1967-90, in that tragic years, the West was at its weakest. There was the Vietnam War, and tragically Nixon, who was positive for the people of Biafra, but he did very little, and I want to apologize for his failures, and I want to especially criticize and also apologize for the Imperial UK and French governments who were actually supporting, due to all interests, Nigerian centralists' crackdown on the poor people of Biafra. And we, as Christians, as Europeans, should absolutely stand with Biafra and support them. And that's why I call on President Trump and on the European leaders, Ursula von der Leyen, please, I beg you, I pray, recognize the Republic of Biafra. It's no need for military intervention or these things. Just do the political steps of recognition of these poor people to have their own state, to live in security, and of course then recognition goes with the ability to be recognized and also to defend yourself. It's much better than having a military intervention in Nigeria, having the Biafra Republic equipped and armed to be able to defend herself against the potential invasion from the Nigerian centralist forces of that failed state. And so here the defense comes with the recognition, and that's exactly how we should do. Biafra Republic, please, my friends, I beg you, recognize it and build a strong, viable state, part of the free world. And that's what I call the Fehlinger doctrine and also the Fehlinger economics. Build a decent state, part of the free world, no BRICS, but OECD, no kind of alignment with genocidal Russia, but alignment with America, with the European Union, with the free world, and we will have a free trade agreement, open economics, of course the flat tax, I like very much, and the currency, which Nigeria never did, to join the Euro-Pact area. This is the best policy for West Africa, and Biafra will be a proud member of the Euro-Pact area, and this will be delivering much more prosperity in the future, and we will trade and we will work together in the global partnership of NATO, and this is my call for Biafra Republic to be independent and to be part of the free world alongside Fehlinger doctrine and Fehlinger economics. And I thank you very much for your attention. Please, President Trump, please, Ursula von der Leyen, be on the side of the light, of the good people of Biafra, of the Christians of Africa, and allow them their own state to live in security and peace and prosperity. Thanks a lot from Vienna. This is Gunter Fehlinger, Jan speaking. All the best. Bye.
Thank you very much, Minister of Information. I think it's time we talk to Biafran people. My fellow citizens, let us all seize this opportunity to do what is right and to save the life of our children, our parents, our family members. Gunter is not a Biafran, but you can hear from his word that it's time for the Biafran people to be free. And if you're a Biafran listening, if you don't want to be in a free Biafra, you can pack your load, go to Abuja, go to Sokoto, go to Zamfara, leave us alone. Biafrans have been killed and massacred enough. We want our freedom. We yearn for freedom. And if you're in abroad or if you're in diaspora, remember you have a home. Remember one day you will want to visit Biafra land. Do you want to visit Biafra land and come back home alive? Or you want to visit Biafra land when these terrorists have overrun our land? Do you want to visit why these terrorists are ravaging everywhere, creating mayhem, insecurity in our land? I believe you want to visit Biafra that will be secured, a safe haven for you, where you can sleep at night without thinking about terrorists coming to burn you alive, cut your head off, cut your hand off. I have somebody who called me this morning. First of all, he is a Biafra. He starts singing praises, telling me what I'm doing, how we are doing good. At the time, I talked to him in a language he will understand. I let him know if he want the land of Biafra to bless him, since he identify and he know that we Biafras need to be free, he need to support Biafran freedom. And I want him to stop calling me names. How great what we are doing. I told him, why can't he join what we are doing and be great? Some Biafrans just decide to be fool, be stupid. This is no time for that. Wake up. Our freedom is here. Gunter from Europe is talking about your freedom. And you as a Biafra, you are not talking about your freedom. What a shame. This freedom, we must get it. And the time is when? Now. Nigeria don't have the monopoly of violence. The Islamic jihadist terrorists, they don't have the monopoly of violence. No one have monopoly of violence. We Biafrans will fight. We will defend our land. We will do everything humanly possible. If you are not supporting your freedom, shame unto you. What will you gain? What will you benefit to allow these Islamic terrorists to take your land, to chase you out of your land? If they chase you out of your land, are you going to run to Australia, the country where Gunter from? Are you going to run to Japan? Are you going to run to Netherlands, Switzerland? Are you going to run to Amazonia? Amazonia is actually fighting for their own freedom. Are you going to run to the Middle Belt? You see the chaos in Middle Belt already. Middle Belt are fighting for their life too. Are you going to run to the Southwest, the Duduwa Republic, Yoruba? All these neighbors that even hate you with passion, they will not even open their border for you. Only where you have is Biafra land. If you don't believe Biafra is real, you just hear from the mouth of Gunter. And he made clear that the best thing to do is for us to go our separate ways. That is only how you can bring security to that region. Because we Biafran people cannot succumb to the Nigerian threat. We are not Nigeria and will never be Nigeria. I'm so happy, so glad, delighted to be part of this great movement. This freedom that we are fighting for, like I always said, is the best thing that ever happened to me. I love it. Thank you, my fellow citizens. Thank you very much. Minister of Information, go ahead if you have talk to the Biafran people. I hope they are listening.
Yeah, they are listening, and I thank you, my Honorable APM. Before we exit the studio, Biafran people, we are using this opportunity to call on every Biafran. Watch out in the media and see anybody that is pushing for Biafra recognition, Biafra restoration. Let that person become your friend henceforth. Yes, because we build friends from seeing those that have our interest. So watch out in the media. If a terrorist that was even killing you yesterday, then today you see him is shouting that Biafra should be free, follow him and push what he's saying. Now that his brain is working. Yes. Because this is time to use every opportunity that is coming out. Today we see Gunter, a well-renowned fellow from the EU. The other day we saw Wallace. Tomorrow you don't know who will show up again. And we already have Senator Ted Cruz that is speaking all over the place. So this is the power of the lobbying. Yes, there needed to have been a stone throw. From where the stone drops, it will hit on the floor and the dust will emit. So with the emission of the dust, it has been able to stain many people. And they look back and see the stain. And the stain is Biafra. The stain is Biafra. The stain is Biafra. So they need to ask a question. Why the Biafra stain on my dress code or on my body? That is how Biafra now becomes contagious. So make it spontaneous. And please look out in the media because we
Please,
need to speak for us.
Honorable Minister, before we forget, can you put for those that want to support, please, fellow citizen, please, this is very important that you support your freedom. We have our two websites that our minister here will display. Kindly go there. Support the men and women that is defending your land. And we are doing everything we can, both our citizens that have run out of their ancestral land or their community because of these terrorists, to bring them back. They can't stay in IDP camp forever. What is happening in Benue State today, why is not happening in Biafra land? It is because of our BDF. We are proud of our BDF. They are saving our life. They are fighting. They are defending the motherland. Biafra Defense Force. When I have meeting with Brian Musk, Foreign Affairs Minister of the United States of America, he asked me, Mazio Gechukunkere, Acting Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Eza, do we have army? And I boldly, proudly say yes. Yes, sir, that we have army. That is only how you can defend yourself from this massacre. That is only how you can push these extremist, jihadist terrorists out of our land. That is only how we can defend ourselves from this Nigerian terrorist military. When you see this military, Nigerian military parading themselves, over 90% are terrorists. When you see them in Biafra land, do you think they are there to save our life? They are there to kill Biafrans. They are there with their partner Islamic jihadist terrorists. They work hand in hand together. They colluded. Their agenda is to overrun our land. Their goal is to extremize us. Not only that, they still call you infidel. Please kindly support your freedom. Biafra is here. When I keep saying this months ago, when I say Biafra is here, Biafra is here, some don't understand. Those that are still over the fence, please follow who know road. Follow the trend. Follow those ambassadors, the Biafra Republic government in exile that is taking this fight to Washington, that is taking this diplomatic fight to Washington to talk to members of the Congress, the need, the urgent, why they need to recognize Biafra. Remember, the only legitimate government that is piloting this affair of Biafran people is Biafra Republic government in exile, which I, Mazio Gechukwu Nkere, is the acting prime minister. Any other government, whether you call it USB, BGC, CCC, DCB, CRC, they are not legitimate. They are not part of BRGIE. BRGIE, Biafra Republic Government, is the only legitimate government. Please, come home. Let us all unite. Join hands together. Let's follow the trend. When you look at what is happening all over from Europe, all the mainstream media from Europe, they all report about BRGIE, BRGIE, Biafra Republic Government. None of these mainstream media talk about USB. None of them talk about CRC. None of them talk about BGC, BCC, DDC, or whatever they call all this non-entity group. Please, if you're one of those sabotaging what we are doing, desist from it. Because we Biafran people, this is not time to play or to joke. We hold everyone accountable. Biafran people have been massacred and killed in millions. We are not finding it funny. We will fight with everything we have. We will resist with everything we have. We must defend our land. It's our job. We must defend our children, our mother, our father, uncle, niece, nephews. If that is sacrifice we make, so be it. If I, Mazio Gechukwu Nkere, die in the process of fighting for the freedom of Biafra, so be it. Please, my fellow citizens, I plead with everyone. The Nigerian terrorist government, based on information in our disposal, they are doing everything in Washington, D.C., because I have to make it public, and I asked if I would make it public. They are doing everything they can in Washington, D.C., trying to lobby, get in touch with lobby and all that to counter what we are doing. And based on information I have, the lobbies they're able to obtain or hire or contract, they have a problem with the Nigerian terrorist state, because a terrorist state will always remain a terrorist state. The lobbies, they talk to the Nigerian government what they need to do and how this issue can be solved and how they will approach the United States of America. Do you know that the Nigerian terrorist government declined? They said they cannot do that because their goal is not to make Nigeria a better place. Their goal is not to live and let live. Their goal is that their Islamic jihadist agenda to turn the whole region, both Biafra land, to be Islamic state. They want to turn all of us to convert to Islam, or whatever you call it. Not only that, they want to take our land. For that reason, the Nigerian terrorists are not succeeding in Washington, D.C. They left with disgrace because they are not able to work with any lobby because they are not ready. They don't want peace, security in that region. They just want to cause this chaos, drama, destroy everywhere so they will be able to achieve their goal. My fellow citizen, the time is now. Biafra is here. Thank you from here. Ndewo.
Ndewo.